welcome back. So, Shrinking season 3 ends in a way that feels less like a typical finale and more like a goodbye. Episode level fittingly titled, and that's our time. Wrap up the show's core journey, grief, healing, and moving forward. Almost too perfectly, and that's the kind of the problem. Because while it works beautifully as a series ending, it doesn't quite leave enough tension or curiosity for what comes next. Instead, it feels like everyone has reached a place of emotional closure. Take Alice for example. Her journey this season has been about stepping into adulthood and finally letting go of the fear that has been holding her back since her mother's death. Saying goodbye isn't easy, especially when it means leaving behind the people who helped survive that pain. But in the end, she chooses to move forward not because she's no longer scared, but because she knows she is loved. And that what's give her the strength to leave. Then there's Gabby, who gets one of the most satisfying moments in the finale. Instead of waiting for life to happen to her, she takes control, flipping the traditional proposal dynamic and choosing Derek on her own terms. It's not just romantic, it's growth. For someone who struggled with commitment and emotional vulnerability, that moment hits hard. It's earned. Paul, on the other hand, delivers one of the most emotional breakthroughs of the episode. For so long, he's kept people at a distance, especially Jimmy. But here he finally says what's been obvious all along. Jimmy isn't just a colleague, he's family. That's quite honest confession changes everything. It gives Jimmy the push he needs to move forward in his own life, especially when it comes to love and letting go of the past. Because that's what this finale keeps coming back to. You don't move on alone. Every character gets to this point because of the people around them, their support system, their messy relationship, their chosen families. Even Jimmy, who's been carrying the weight of grief for so long, finally starts to loosen his grip on it. Not by forgetting, but by accepting that those scars are part of him. And maybe that's the most powerful message of the episode. Healing doesn't mean erasing the past, it means learning to live with it. But here's where things get interesting because the episode ties things up so neatly, characters moving away, starting new chapters, finding peace. It almost feels like end of the road, like a ride into the sunset moment, which makes the already confirmed season 4 feel uncertain. Where do you go from here when everyone has grown, healed, and moved forward? What story is left to tell? That's the risk Shrinking takes with this finale. It delivers emotional satisfaction but at the cost of narrative momentum. Still, it's hard to complain too much because what the show achieves across these 3 seasons is rare. Carefully built character arcs, meaningful relationship, and a genuine exploration of grief that never feels forced. And in the final moment, it stays true to itself. Messy, honest, human, not perfect but real. And maybe that's exactly what Shrinking was always meant to be. Thank you for watching. Bye.